Yep, that is a comically oversized present. But now is not the time to get distracted. I have new phases to try and work my way through. And also, a way to automatically mine things. I think maybe before doing anything else, I should probably start setting up some of these. However, what am I working towards after that? Yeah, foundations could be nice. Start making like a factory platform. Although I'm going to need a lot more concrete for that. So, yeah, don't really have enough limestone to do a lot. I'm seeing that right now. What else, though? Conveyor splitters. Oh, and I'm actually pretty close to this one. Conveyors, mergers. Probably could be useful for, like, setting up multiple ores or, you know, figuring out what the most effective way of combining two things would be. Because after all, I do know one of these things in here. What is it? Yeah, the assembler. And I don't think everything is created at the same time, so I'm going to have to do a little bit of math there. Well, anyway, what else then? We got, maps might be good. Molecular analysis machine? I don't know how... well, usable research options and new technology says probably get, you know, blueprints for new stuff, which I do need. Okay, that... I'm also actually pretty close to this, too. Yeah, I was told that I'm going to need a whole lot of screws, so I did make a bunch of those right before the episode started, too. All right, and then in Tier 2, assembler's probably going to be useful eventually. Rotor could get me that stuff from that one crashed ship pretty close to the base. Smart plating, I guess I need for the elevator. Chainsaw, yeah, if I am going to start doing the whole... factory platform thing, I'm probably going to need that sooner than later. Okay, jump pad. That's fine. I can wait on that, I think. So, it's awesome sink, awesome shop. Okay, well... Sinks. Resource sinks. Yeah, probably not that important right now. Conveyor belt Mark II. Well... I can wait on that just because I think I'm probably going to be... it'll be sufficient to have the Tier 1 conveyor belts to start. Okay. Probably want to go for you. And in fact, you know, just trying to start this episode several times because I'm so persnickety about that, I probably have enough to get that tier right now. Oh, look. I think I do. Oh, man. Sometimes I'm just like, oh no, I gotta have the perfect start to every one of these episodes, and it takes like 10 minutes or something to do it. Well, anyway. No, it wasn't... No, it was tier 1. Hooray, I did it. Right, you gotta actually like go in here first. But yeah! Okay. What is this? What?
Milestone reached. The
Email?
analysis machine, referred to as the MAM, will allow R&D to provide new technologies, items, and buildings based on samples collected in the field.
Seems to be quite a few things.
To ensure a greater chance of success during exploration, an upgraded tool belt has been provided, as well as an object scanner and...
Okay, well, I can just go do this right now, really.
Note, the object scanner requires calibration via the MAM to enable detection of specific objects.
Okay. Well, this is interesting.
Unlocked.
And map. I don't know how important the map is going to be, but I guess I'll see pretty soon. Yeah, I should go get the whole automatic... Well, anyway, I should go get the whole automatic thing working... No, not that. Working for me ASAP, though. So that was what? MAM, something around here. Yeah, here you are. Okay, well, I'll throw it down here to start with. And then I guess I'm going to figure out how this thing works. So, well, power slugs. I mean, I did find one of those. 0% researched. Nutrients. All right. Alien organisms. Well, I guess I do have stuff for this. Let me grab it out here and see what happens. Yeah, I got like this thing, this thing. This apparently can't be scanned just yet. Soon enough, though, I'd like to say. Well, anyway. All right. 0% researched. Start it up in 3 seconds. Fantastic. So, overclock production?
New recipe unlocked.
Ooh. That seems interesting, but
More research available in the MAM.
don't really think I'm going to be able to do that anytime soon. Slug scanning. Oh boy. What else we got? Can't afford. Okay. These I can do, though. Alright, well, I didn't really expect to be doing a whole lot of, I don't know, bioorganic. Okay. Yeah, I can't afford that, but I can afford this one, though, right? Yeah. Yeah, here we go. Well, I guess I'll go find some biomass. I think I actually have some biomass. I unlocked that last time, and I've been throwing it inside of here. So, what do we got? What does this do now? No, can't afford. Oh no, the rewards are that. I need alien protein. Okay, well, look. I have other things that I need to be doing right now. This is not really, you know, relevant. There's also these gigantic presents all around the place. It's very weird. Well, anyway, okay, let's just set up this immediately. People were telling me about the spaghetti factory, and I can see why now. But you know, I'll figure out something a little bit later on. I mean, it doesn't really matter if it's spaghetti for now. It's just going to be, you know, a problem like in the future if I keep it like this. It's easy enough to deconstruct things and whatnot. I'll just make sure that, you know, probably even by the next episode, or even in this very episode, I will have it fixed up a little bit, you know? Conveyor belt is too long, you say? I'll just keep making it for now. Like I said, we'll fix it later. Oh, actually running out of stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna actually need a lot of stuff here. Whatever. Look, this is just a very temporary solution until I start unlocking more things and, I don't know, figure out some better way to do this. I'm sure there's better ways to do this. There must be, certainly. Well, there's at least all the stuff for, you know, getting the basic, I guess, like, concrete that I'm eventually going to need. Ugh, I need a better way to do this. How exactly? I don't know. But I also am going to have to set up some sort of power generator over there, too. Which is annoying just unto itself. Shouldn't be too bad, though. And I do, in fact, have some biomass to... Yeah, here we go. To throw in there. Yeah, just comboing together all of the leaves that I took last time. Made that fairly easy. Oh, what to do, though? What to do? What's, like, the actual plan in terms of how I'm going to end up doing this? Because I know it's got to be something like... Like, the thing I'm considering right now is that I have to do something with how far apart the resources are. And maybe there is... I don't know. I got to think about it more or something. But for right now, let's at least set this up. Yeah, get a basic power. And then, yeah, like in 10 minutes or something, I should be able to have all of the... Yeah, I should be able to have all of the concrete that I could possibly need. I think. Maybe. Can I see it start coming out of there? Is it... How long does this take? Yeah, mining. Okay, there. It's going. Okay. And yeah, with a Mark II conveyor belt, of course, that'd be a lot faster, but... I don't know. It's strange because, you know, of course, there's nothing that really... It's a simple game in some ways, in the sense that all you really got to do is just get all of the materials required, and you can just do that all manually, but the idea here is that you're supposed to be doing it efficiently. And I know right now this is not efficient. So what do I do? It's hard to say. Nah, even as a temporary measure, I still don't like how this is. Which is why I sat down and had a big think about how I want to set up the factories here, while presents continue to fall around me in a downright apocalyptic manner. Jeez. Anyway, so first thing here I considered well, conveyor belts. This conveyor belt just going all the way over to the node is not... There's no way that can be correct. So my plan was to maybe, I don't know, try and put the hub like equidistant from all the nodes that I found to try and have a small enough gap between each of these minimal enough conveyor belts. But then I realized that I don't really think the conveyor belts are a problem. After all, I don't really have to worry about degradation or friction or anything like that. As long as I got power and as long as I got someplace to put the supplies, it'll just keep pumping out resources forever at the exact same rate, right? So the question then became, what do I do to actually make this factory as efficient as possible? And that's when I really got into the numbers. So if I were to go and create a miner right here, get the idea that, yeah, 120 per minute, 2 per second of iron ore. And then iron ore... No, wait, should probably get rid of this. I just need someplace to put the limestone for right now. And then the ore takes, 2 seconds to melt into an iron ingot. And then, yeah, it takes, 3 to create an iron plate and 6 seconds. So I guess what I'm going to want to do is try and aim for creating one or, well, crafting a batch of items 120 per minute, right? And that should be, I'm not going to say easy to do, but it should be possible to do, taking a look at some of the things that I have yet to unlock. Yeah, stuff like the conveyor splitter and merger. What it's going to be, I think, is trying to, take the ore out, split it into multiple things so that, I have 3 different. Yeah, it's like if it takes 2 seconds to do, and I have 2 per second, then just split that into 4. Split that into 4 different. What is that called? Forgers, smelters, and then split that even more into whatever I need to actually turn into, right? And that should make me an awful lot of supplies. And, just using that basic logic, it should work on pretty much any one of the nodes. Even if it has slightly different stats on each one, it just is going to scale in a slightly different way. Yeah, and then it's like I can just make an entire factory just based on each one of the nodes. At least that's the plan I'm looking at right now. In fact, there's also stuff like this conveyor lift, so I don't even have to make it like a gigantic sprawling thing on the ground. What I can do is I can make gigantic chrome pyramids. You can see all the way in the distance, showing that the industry has come to this barren planet. At least that's what I'm thinking right now. However, I am still going to have to unlock some of this stuff. And then, I mean, even though, sure, I might not need to have the conveyor belts sort of well laid out for what I'm trying to do, I should probably at least do it slightly better. Maybe clear out some of the giant presents. Well, anyway, the most important thing right now is probably going to be the splitting and merging, just for exactly what I was saying. Kind of making sure that every one of the resources is being used, that there's no bottlenecks that are created aside from, well, how long it's going to take for it to be hauled out of the ground. And then, I guess, energy might be the one thing that I really want to try and consolidate into a single area, because, yeah, just the storage space and upkeep on the energy supply are the two things that are actually subject, that have like entropic attribute to it in one way or another. But aside from that, I think everything should be pretty self-sufficient in terms of being a single factory on its own. Yeah, so base build, yeah, so just, everything in tier 1, and then maybe try and go for logistics 2 so that I can create even more. Yeah, it'll be even faster here. Because as of right now, it is still, I guess, yeah, like the other big bottleneck, if it's producing 120 per minute, the miner here, then and it's only moving at 60 a second due to the conveyor belt. That is another thing too. That should be easy enough to fix with time. Anything else here that I really wanted? And stuff like the assembler, I think, is probably going to be important for later. Chainsaw could be useful for clearing things off the ground, but if I'm starting to build upwards, that would be the more important thing. That's not as important, is what I'm trying to say. Jump pads, resource sink, we're not quite there yet. Okay, well, I think that's what I'm going to end up doing. Just need to go and start getting these things unlocked first. So, what are we looking at? 200 concrete, few more iron, a few more of the iron plates, and, well, more than enough iron rods, I guess. Do that one right now, and then 300 of the wire. Oh, man. And I have, like, virtually nothing for copper nodes. Well, here's the thing. Once I actually get the basic blueprint for what, like, the node factories that I'm creating look like, it should be, you know, easily repeatable and scalable, regardless of what sort of resource it happens to be mining is. Just gonna have to adjust it based on the numbers. Okay, so I'm gonna need a lot more iron plates. I'm gonna need wire, and I'm gonna need concrete. Ugh, maybe I'll just go make that manually for right now, because I don't know if I want to set up anything real huge while I'm trying to, you know, even plan out what I'm doing. So, let's go sit at the table. Start burning through these things. It's a fun fact, if you've never done manual crafting before for any amount of time, it does actually, like, heat up and get red hot on the bottom of the screen. And I wouldn't blame you if you never did that, because why would you? Okay. Is that enough to get... like, I don't know why I'm trying to, you know, put off setting up stuff as much as possible, but whatever. It's like I want to... For some reason, I want to have a clean slate, even though clearing stuff out is not particularly difficult or anything in terms of... yeah, here we go. This should do it. It's not particularly difficult in terms of, you know, trying to undo stuff. Launch that pod.
Milestone.
Sure.
You have unlocked several structures aimed to provide the first needed to build basic factory infrastructure and improved overview.
Cool,
These
poggers.
will provide a grid for more advanced organizing and sectioning of your factory.
My many factories, at least that's what I'm planning. I mean, they're all... And what the hell? It's so weird picking up this game for the first time in December. Anyway, although speaking of which, I suppose I can continue to go around here and pick up stuff, I guess. Still got plenty more things left to do. All things that I even have yet to unlock at this point in time. And also more presents, because God knows I need more of those. They aren't just littering the surroundings right now, even landing on top of my mining units. Okay, well, anyway, alright, well, there's one milestone, and I guess this is going to be everything for Tier 1 done, right? That'll be useful. Wait, what does a pod return mean? Oh, is that because I can't... Oh, is the idea that you can only have so many upgrades done... You can't, like, have 10 upgrades done at a time or something. Which, fine, I'll allow that. But yeah, you can see even right now, it is producing far more ore than it's consuming over here. And then... Yeah, that's why I need to have many outputs of this. I don't think you can run out of... I don't think you can run out of stuff from this. Maybe. I hope. I don't really know if it's quite that sort of... I don't think it's that sort of game. Because they don't have, like, a friction or something in here. Can't imagine that they would account for that. Right? Well, I guess I'll find out soon enough. Okay. Just kind of... I guess I'll just go and, I don't know, make some more concrete while I'm waiting. Oh, hey, there's a slug over here. mean, I guess I can also, maybe instead of just making concrete, do a little bit of exploration around and go and grab some more work in progress spears and whatnot, but whatever. Look, I want to get to the part where I start to make the gleaming gigantic pyramids of progress. It's gonna happen in no time, so I can defeat my ancient enemy, the comically oversized presence that seem to have invaded this planet. Who is attacking me with these comically oversized presents? Perhaps some sort of alien Santa Claus? Whatever, it doesn't really matter. Anyway, should be enough stuff right now. I think I need 150, which is exactly enough. Now I'm probably going to need a whole bunch of metal plates for stuff, so that's, well, let's just get on with it already. Select it. Here we go. There we are. There we go. And one more for good measure. Launch that pod.
Milestone reached.
Nice.
Can now
Merge, split, and lift. Now, does that go up and down? Because I was sort of... The sort of way that I was thinking about it is that I was going to maybe, like, go... Neat. Well, the way that I was looking at it was that I was going to have, I don't know, what am I even thinking? Since there is only one node, have this be the top of the tower and then have it go down, but maybe it only lifts. Well, I suppose I'll see. Of course, everything requires metal plates and this. Oh boy. Now this is just going to take... I mean, this might be useful. Yeah, I'll go build one of those right now. Well, like, yeah, this might be the point in time that I go switch over to a little bit of post-commentary as I try and make this entire thing work. Here, build this up right now, and let's see what I'm looking at in terms of stuff. In terms of things that I'm looking at. Cool, nice. Now... see, again, there's no way they intend for you to do something like this. But we'll fix that later. So, walls, basic foundations, and everything. What does that look like? It's a fair size. Okay, and then, yeah, you can kind of like snap it together. All right, so I think what I'm going to try and do is, yeah, create like... maybe it's just going to have to be a cube if it doesn't actually... If it only lifts but not lowers. Let me see here. No, logistics, right. Conveyor lift transports up. Used to move between floors. How does it work? Let me just drop down here. I'll be fine. Okay. Okay. Okay, no. Okay. I think I see. Yeah, it is... You can face it up or down. Oh, all right. All right. So I think my dream of the giant pyramids is still alive. For now. Alright, well, yeah, how about we just get like a time lapse of me creating this, or maybe post-commentary, or something as I try and figure out exactly how I'm going to do this. Come back. It's gone. I think it goes without saying that I maybe jumped the gun a little bit in terms of trying to create the singular factory over each one of these nodes. I gotta plan this out at least a little bit more, because I still am not really entirely sure how like conveyors work and how well you can stack them on top of each other and stuff like that. Messing around with the foundations, I found out that you don't have to have, well, any sort of realistic building design with these. They kind of work a Minecraft or Terraria style, where they'll just float in the air even if they have nothing underneath them to support them. So I'll be able to do something, but I think instead of trying to build, some sort of perfect factory immediately, I want to, I don't know, figure out the individual parts here. But in the meantime, since I spent so long doing that, I did manage to unlock the obstacle clearing, and that means solid biofuel as well as the chainsaw, which... here right now. There it is. Yeah, I mean, it's actually not as much of a chainsaw as you might expect. What it does is that you like point it at an area, and then it clears that entire area of all the foliage, which is weird. Yeah, so like, do that, and now suddenly that tree's gone. Sure, why not? But I guess that makes it easier to clear out some of this stuff too, which is great because that means that that'll be a lot of space on the ground for me to start messing around with how I'm actually going to start setting up things. As you can see, I got a pretty big area around here, just one gigantic present kind of in the way right now. Let me start clearing some of these out of here. They're starting to get in the way at this point in time. My God. Well, anyway. Yeah, as you can see, this is sort of just like a gigantic cleared out area. Nice and flat, ready to be, you know, ready to have a whole bunch of this iron ore sent into it. Oh yeah, the other thing that unlocking this did was now chop these things down, which, I don't know if I can actually get it from here. But yeah, that's what, silica, some sort of quartz or something for making glass, I guess, and then also mushroom stuff, which I don't know if I'm going to end up doing anything with that right now, but I guess for later, if I see any more of those mushroom growths around here, which I will, they're pretty common. It's like the only thing is that I just can't really get to these ones up here. Might be worth chopping them down or something. I guess I got to go figure out what the supplies I get are actually used for before I start making any sort of decisions on that. Yeah, here we go. So I'll do that. And there. Like, yeah, mycelia, limestone, silica. Fills up my entire inventory. It's pretty great. Well, anyway. Okay, so... I can't destroy this, though. Alright, well, we can go figure out things to chainsaw later. Right now, I guess what I'm going to do is, since I'm spending so long kind of messing around, I know I don't need to be this careful about building this stuff for right now, but I want to get the production lines up and ready to go, you know, ASAP, really. And there's no reason that I can't really do that right now, because I have a good idea of what I'm getting next and everything. It should be fine. So here, let me just real quick. Obviously, I could set that up to be a little bit more efficient, but biomass is not that big of a deal right now. As you can see, it lasts for a long time. A very long time, in fact. Okay. So, let me see. Since I've been making stuff pretty much constantly as I've been trying to work through this, gonna need a lot more wire. That's probably gonna be a thing overall. Resource sink. Very close, actually. Almost 1,000. Oh, that could be doing so much better. Oh, I'm actually very close. And this is the one that I would want. Because, after all, it's like... It doesn't say exactly what that means. I mean, this is twice as many resources per minute. Is that because it moves faster? Or because it has larger capacity? Because if it's faster... I mean, that doesn't really matter either way because it's a continuous thing, but... You know, that's... probably something that I could just use for anything as opposed to having more capacity. Then that's only going to be useful for the nodes, and that's it. There's also the stackable thing support. Can be stacked on top of other stackable supports. Does that mean that I can send... Okay, that... You know what? Let's just make this thing right now. Here, real quick. This will take roughly about 5 seconds, I think, with all the junk that I have. How many reinforced plates do I need? Just real quick here. 50. Okay. Yeah, I don't think that's going to be too much of a problem. Just real quick. Hey, you! Get this garbage out of here. I need to make some screws. Make me some screws. Then send it all in here. And I guess I'll just take everything for right now that I have over 1,000 concrete. It's this whole thing where just having this sort of basic stuff set up, I've already gotten most of the tier things ready to go. But I want to do it better. I know. I could just wait, but I don't want to wait. I want to do it right now. Now! Whatever. It's fine. I'll just go make a couple of these. I need 50 in total. Oh, yeah, fabric was the other thing that I created thanks to... Yeah, this with the chainsaw. Nothing particularly interesting, considering I'm just kind of doing this as like a side thing while I'm trying to figure out how to factorialize. That's the right word to use in this circumstance, right? Anyway, this entire thing. You gotta factorialize it. You gotta understand. I guess maybe I'll just go make some biofuel here while I'm waiting for a moment. Wow, I can really get a lot of that. 1 is equivalent to 10. Okay, well, I guess that'd be good for creating a whole bunch of the solid stuff if I wanted to. Whatever. Let's just get the leaves or something first. Oh my god, I have so many. Yeah, I know. It's like I'm so obsessed with trying to create the perfect factory, and yet I'm sitting over here doing this manually anyway. Oh, what sort of cruel joke is this, I ask? It's not really a cruel joke. It's just me kind of like waiting around as I'm so close. Yeah, I'm just right on the cusp of being able to create the next thing. Okay, but yeah, it's like, all right. So everything should be good to set up on the ground, because I do eventually want to start doing things vertically. That's at least the plan for the time being. So I got this entire area to sort of create the individual, I don't know, let's just call them like modules that I'm going to sort of snap in and out to customize how everything's working here. And then, yeah, production, throw on a miner right there. Throw that out just like to the open area. And then, as we know, this does 120 per minute. And it takes 2 seconds for a smelter to work. Oh, yeah, the other thing I should probably do, set up right now. I had one of these things earlier, but I got to do it again right now. Here. Sure. That should work. But anyway. Yeah, if I'm going up here, so... Alright. So we got you as, like, the first line. That's going to... Since it takes 2 seconds to smelt, it's going to be like, yeah, I'm going to want it to... All 120 being produced a minute go into 4 different smelters. Right? God, I hope the math is right here. Otherwise, this is going to be one real embarrassing episode. Anyway. So that pretty much means that we'll go... Well, here, first off, get a ramp just to be sure. Because obviously it doesn't quite line up exactly with the... Yeah, it doesn't line up very perfectly with the thing there. Okay, and then we got like a that there. And then, yeah, like I said, like 4. So, do I want to do this right now or do I want to wait? I'm actually just thinking about that at this moment. I might want to wait. It's hard to say. But anyway, I'm also going to need to split this supply up into 4. So, logistics, splitter. Yeah, you. That should work. Yeah, when I was originally looking at this, I was thinking of it like, I don't know. What would I even think? Witness style, where I'm going to need to put everything on the ground. But I'm fairly certain, like I said, I could be able to get these conveyor belts. Must snap to the input-output. Whatever. Do that right there, then. So if I just, like, do this, for example. Yeah. Set that up. Now, I'm curious. Go for, like... Fine. Splitter again or whatever. It doesn't matter. It literally doesn't matter. I'm just doing this for 1 second. So, how exactly does this work? Oh, does it really just, like, go right over that? It doesn't even care. It does not even care. I didn't really... You know, that was the whole thing where it's just like, you know, I'm spending 20 minutes over here trying to figure out exactly how this is going, but apparently it doesn't even matter. You can literally just have them intersect. Now, does that really look good? Do I care? Yes. Do I care, though? Yes. Okay, fine. I got the conveyor pole, I suppose. How exactly does this work? There's a whole stackable thing, of course, too. They can just intersect. Okay, well. Yeah, there you are. I mean, I was just thinking that I was going to have to do something like this, but no, this game is not... It's not very particular when it comes to having this sort of stuff work here. Just a little bit taller than I was expecting it to be, but, you know. Oof. Alright, and then snap on there. And then snap on there. Yeah, that was sort of... This was sort of more what I was expecting I had to do, but apparently they can just intersect with each other just fine. Okay, well... There's that, then. Alright, well... So yeah, I don't need to witness it around here, where I need to have no intersecting lines. Besides, I have the entirety of the Z space to work with. I should have never had to do that. It's like, but at the same time, it's like, hey, I did play like 100 hours of The Witness. Gotta get that experience out there working somewhere or another, right? Okay, well, there's just the stackable thing. I want to go see how the stackable thing does. Wait, hold up. Real quick here. Alright, so... Now... Oh, wow. The hell did I just do? Turned on, like, the debug mode or something. Okay, anyway. Must be, I'm guessing, the tilde key. Yep, okay. It's not doing that. Just wanted to see real quick. My identical building is already there. Okay, so... It doesn't allow you to just build it directly on top of it. I was wondering... But you can get pretty close, it seems, if I really want to. I don't know, I feel like that sort of goes against the spirit of the game, if maybe not the you know, the spirit of the law rather than the letter of the law, that sort of thing here. Still, though, something to remember if I want to mess around with that in the future, I guess. Potentially. Do I? You just can't build it on exactly the same location. Yep. Feel like that character really does just embody like the name and the avatar of the channel. Anyway, that's neither here nor there, though. I'm gonna go create some reinforced plating, go and get the cool upgraded stuff here first, and then you can kind of mess around with that immediately afterwards. I guess is pretty much the way you'd say it, right? Because it's not like I'm going to be waiting an awful long time. Reinforced plates. I need 50. Also, it takes so long to actually create this stuff. That's fine, though. I mean, that's the one thing. The logistics and the, being able to clear out stuff a little bit easier, I think, is going to be important. I don't know. Aside from that, what am I doing? What are we looking at right now? Okay, so yeah, split the output from the thing into 4, and then as for assembling, like what am I gonna want to create here? I don't know. Iron plates, sure, why not? Or not? I don't want to create iron plates right now. I just wanted to take a look at them. Back into iron rods. You slow down right over there. Okay, yeah, 6 seconds, cost 3, and I mean it doesn't really have to be a perfect like. All 3 of these as tightly grouped up together as possible or anything. This does have a capacity of like 100 or something that you can put in there. It's just as long as it's not either full nor completely empty at any point in time. That's more of the issue that I think would rise. So I think that it's like, yeah, as long as I have, at least 3 per getting into the thing per, 6 seconds? If I was going to be creating the metal plates, that's all I need. Okay. So, 1 in there in 2 seconds or less, preferably. More is when it would be an issue. And the only problem, though, is that it's just like, alright, it takes 2 seconds to create one, and I guess you just want to merge 3 of those, but then I'd have 1 more. I don't know, maybe there are 2 nodes right next to each other, maybe I can start kind of like combining and contrasting. I can work that out later. Okay, then. In the meantime, I'll take the rest of these, and then we'll go and do... Yeah, it's like gonna go split it into 4, gonna go recombine it into 1. And by 1, I mean 1 production source, not 1 thing. These reinforced iron plates are kind of a thing, aren't they? Then it should be, like, you know, basically scalable from there. I just want to create, like, a basic floor plan of what the smelting into production is going to look like. More specifically, to just try and get the logistics down. You know, the actual floor layout plan before I start. How many do I have right now? 37? Come on now. You know, the floor layout plan before I start to really get too far into building, like, actual buildings. Grab that one right now. Because I need those screws, I guess. At least for the time being. I mean, it's... Alright. Here, let's go set that stuff up right now while I'm kind of waiting around for my extremely inefficient sort of practices to kind of get working here. Alright, so number 1. Yeah, I mean, doing this all on the ground should be fine, because the conveyor lifts are effectively the same thing as a conveyor belt. They function in the exact same way, they just cost a few more resources, and resources are going to be very plentiful after I get, like, the entire production up and running. In fact, even right now, I have more than enough to be able to set that up. But that's the only difference. They're Legos, they're modular, you can just switch them out, they'll do the exact same thing. So vertical versus horizontal literally does not matter. Alright, so as I was saying then, I guess it's like what's going to happen is that I'm just going to do what? We got the 4 here. Then I'm going to try and do what, like combo them all into 1, except for one of them, which I guess I'll set over here. I don't know. And then they're all going to go into the one thing that creates a whole bunch of those. And then it's going to output into this. Sure. I mean, it seems like these are created in a way that you can fit one machine on there of whatever sort you want to. So I guess that's what I'm going to end up doing. All right, everything has, like, okay, so all smelters have, yeah, like, I guess maybe like barely, but it does fit on there. There we are. Yeah, well, that means probably that I should, I'm going to have to give it like a little bit more berth than that. But aside from that, though, this should mostly work, right? Right? I'm just going to have to space it out a little bit. Just a little bit, though. I would love to have it, like, you know, perfectly grid-shaped and sized, because that makes that much easier to kind of plan things out, but at the same time, it's like I do appreciate that it does give me the freedom to not do that. So, anyway. Alright, well, let's go like smelter there, right? That is the wrong direction. But that's okay. It's at least easy enough to disassemble things. Yes, not you. You, though. There's a question here that comes up in my mind. This is probably something that's going to be important very soon. Here, just like get over here. Let's like set this. Yeah, like set that there. Can I can. Okay. Good. So what I can do is I can have these things like weave in and out. It's set up in a way that seems like it would be fairly simple to have these things like to have conveyor belts weave in and out there, which should work out nicely for me, keeping things nice and compact. And it does seem to be just like the perfect distance between, you know, each of the things. Now, is that true for everything? That's a good question. I don't necessarily know. Let me see. Let me go get back up on top of the stupid tower so I can actually see it a little bit better. But no, I think that, yeah, what I'm going to end up doing is I'm probably going to end up spacing everything out just so it is barely large enough so that, like, the output, even though it's not going to fit perfectly in the grid space, I can feed that in there and then feed that, like, around something And then it'll... I'm going to have to probably, like, stack things. Well, no, I don't necessarily have to stack things because they'll all be tiled very well. All the, what are they, what is the name? Tessellation. It'll all be tessellated very well. At least that's the way I look at it. Constructor, show me what this looks like. Approaching each other's clearance. Yeah, it's like you... Alright. Well, it says it's totally and completely okay here, though. So... yeah, it's not perfect, though. So I guess I'm probably going to want to... it's not going to have to be perfectly tiled. Can for the smelters, but it won't be able to be for the other stuff. Alright, alright. I didn't mean to take that one out. Because I feel like I'm still going to end up using that regardless. Yep. Okay, well, let's go get the next upgrade then, I guess. Oh, yeah, here we go. Logistics. Hey, send it off, baby. Right now. Right now. Right now. Right now. There we go.
Milestone reached. Improved versions of conveyor belts and conveyor lifts are now accessible.
Stackable.
To encourage additional verticality, conveyor poles now have a stackable
Additional
variant.
verticality conveyor pulls. Let me take a look here exactly as to what that looks like, since I was kind of curious myself. My stackable supports. Nah. Well, I guess that does make it easy. Okay. This doesn't. I mean, I guess you know that's going to be one of those things that it's like, hey, you can stack them on top of each other, which is the sort of thing that I was already looking for as it is. So I guess that's useful. That is sort of what I was looking for it to do, because then everything can feed into like one line, and then you can just split it off elsewhere as necessary. All right, I think that should do it. Okay. Now, hopefully this time when I go and do the stupid, like a montage or whatever, it'll actually work. While creating that factory, I realized that routing 3 different resource conveyor belts together actually increases the amount of resources going to a specific place rather than decreases it. Yeah. Well, can't stop the series now, and besides, embarrassing yourself so utterly and completely is content, baby. I'm really not good at this. Well, anyway, this is not a pure copper node, so it was much easier to set up a little miniature factory over here. Yeah, impure, and that means 30 per minute. In other words, it is it's just, you know, as simple as doing this to create as many copper wires as possible. And that should pretty easily lead into the whole space elevator and whatnot that I actually need, I think. So with everything done, let's just go finish up the tier right now, and then I guess I'm going to get every single one of these nodes set up with... clean it up, get it a little bit more vertical, a lot more compact, and try and specialize each one of the iron nodes into doing something that I have unlocked right now. I don't know. The other thing that I'm going to be unlocking soon enough is the assembler, and that means that stuff like the reinforced plates should be fairly easy to get a ton working for me right now. Although I'm thinking that it's likely I'll be seeing a huge jump up in electricity costs. I haven't really had to worry about that too much. The biofuel reactors are just... They're sufficient for what I'm doing right now. Nothing is being stopped because not enough energy is being put to them, but I'm guessing that's probably going to be a problem soon. So, what are we looking at here? Yeah, I already put some of the stuff in here just to kind of like clear out the... Oh yeah, what do I even need to do to make the rotors? I don't even know. Wait, do I already have some of those, or are those motors that I have? You know, just something... Yeah, it's motors. What a ridiculous... Oh, thank you, English language. But, okay, yeah, throw some of these in here, which, I mean, I have like 500 of the wire. Shouldn't really be too much of a problem. Start that one up right now. Oh, yeah, I have over 1,000 wire. And I'm going to have even more by the time that I end up doing this, so... Because this will go pretty quick, I'll just do it manually, of course. Then, yeah, I have more than enough screws. You can see over there that I was already creating more screws, and... Can get that one, and the final one, and then space elevator, and... I don't know what space elevator is going to require. I'm betting that it's going to be easy, though. At least easy with the sort of setup that I have right now. I'm not going to say that it's actually going to be, oh, totally trivial. But, well, we'll see. So I know how to ship off parts, and those parts are probably not going to be the easiest thing to make. Send it, baby!
Milestone reached. More complex assembly.
Yeah,
parts will now be
complex
automated.
part
Project
assembly.
parts can
All right.
now be constructed and sent up via the space elevator. Note: project parts are too complex to produce by hand.
They are. Oh, too complex to produce by hand. All right, I guess that's going to be something to remember then. Resource sync bonus. Yeah, here, have a bunch of... Oh, right, I need the pod. Yeah, this will be trivial to get that next. And then, what? Assembler or craft bench? Here, throw off that. What do I actually need for this? What do I do? What do I do? How do I make? How I make? Okay, whatever. It's like this is... slow, but I'll be able to do it easy enough. And what are these, rods, screws? I mean, I can go and get as many of these things as I want right now from the currently operational factories, so... I mean, as many as I want. I can get a few hundred, which is sufficient for what I needed to do for right now. It's like, obviously, I'm going to have to really start picking up the pace for later stuff, but I'm going to need like 50,000 screws or something. That's going to be a pretty big difference. All right, pod will return in 4 minutes. Jeez. Oh, wow. Oh, really? I didn't realize that I'm that... I guess that's good, right? Well, then. Grab some of these, so... All right. Yeah, I think this is like the efficiency. Everything seems to be working pretty well, so I think I planned it out good enough, and it's not super disgusting in how it looks. Oh, the limestone still is. Don't worry about that. But the actual factory that I'm making right now it's like decently compact. Since like I said, it's a modular sort of thing. The basic stuff is yeah, sure. Well, here, let's grab like a couple of these here first. A couple of these, a couple of those, you know, the usual. Grab all these plates. I have so many plates. Maybe what I need to do is I need to start creating... You're gonna start splitting them off into multiple... You know, just create like an entire warehouse for a lot of these things. Yeah. I need 50 motors. 50 motors for these things that I mean, I guess I can use, absolutely. There's no reason why I can't use them, but I don't know if that's all that important, at least for right now. Just looking at it at the time being, and it just doesn't really seem like I'm going to need to jump up and down from stuff really fast. I guess if I'm making very large factories, I might need to end up doing that. But then again, will I? It is, they're self-sufficient. They don't really require maintenance. If they did require maintenance, of course, that would be a different story. But they don't. Do they? I should go grab another thing of screws here. Looks like I'm going to need that. Or I could also just go see what the crashed ship has to offer. Because I think that requires a couple, but not like a ton of things. I'm thinking about it right. Give me a few more of these just to be sure. The rods I don't think are going to be going to waste. And also, let me just see real quick right now. What are we looking at for the space elevator? Alright, I got everything that I need for the space elevator aside from the wire, and I think I can go and pick that up right now. Maybe I should just go do that. Yeah, sure. I mean, I'm waiting on this thing. Why not? Yoink. And let's check out the crash ship. Why not? Maybe something cool will be in there. Or maybe it'll be nothing. I don't know. That's the wonder of this game, right? Sometimes you get a sphere that talks to you. Sometimes you get something useful. Sometimes, as you get when I was doing a little bit of exploration around earlier, one of the gigantic cool S's, which I should probably go find again. I was just kind of wandering around apropos of nothing and managed to see that, and managed to see one of those on the ground. Okay, maybe I'm just gonna like leave for 1 second because I am realizing I'm getting quite hurt by doing that. Now then. Oh no, the mushrooms. Well, anyway, I'm just going right over here. I don't really understand why things converge around, you know, useful stuff, but I guess that makes it easy to, you know, get it out of there. Man, why is it... Like, I have so much of this, like, biomass and stuff. Why... Just, like, shove that in there so that I just have some more space. That's obviously not going to be useful for anything that I'm doing right now, but, whatever. Okay. Fine, then. And I accidentally opened up the command line one more time. Okay. Nothing. Obviously creating like big conveyor belts kind of get everything, converge everything back on the base would also be a good idea, but also whatever. I'm waiting around as it is. I can continue just kind of running around in circles for the time being, right? Right? It's fine. Oh, right. I think that's because of the lack of space that it kind of has enough room to... Wow, it's almost again. All right, well, I guess that means I'm doing it right. I guess. Hey, there we go. Dark Souls in it with the, you know, being in the background, having very low frame rate. That's how you know it's, well, at least efficient. It's not super inefficient in terms of I guess, oh, okay, yeah, here we go. Not super inefficient in terms of, the weight, I guess. Launch it off again, baby! Okay, let's make that stupid thing.
You've been given early access to the anti-waste effort for stress testing of materials on exoplanets.
Awesome, I got it. I get your shtick.
Funneling parts into the awesome resource sink, depending on their amount and complexity.
Okay, complexity, Okay, you know what I can do?
Exchanged for bonus rewards.
You just did there. Nah, now throw in all of like the rods and stuff, and why do I even have this? Why do I have copper ore?
Additional options, which will be added to the awesome store in the future.
I'm like that too.
Go that extra.
Well, actually, no, I do need to create the rest of those rotors or something, or I don't have to. It doesn't really matter. Just kind of faffing about while I'm waiting to create the stupid space elevator that I'm supposed to create for stuff. What does a modular frame even do? Multi-purpose block. I mean, I guess that's probably like an in-between sort of thing for creating something? Yeah, nothing here. Here, what if I were to create one? What does it do if I create one of these things? Yeah, that is obviously going to be an entire thing. Can I put it down on the ground? No. Okay, so that is something to create stuff for other stuff. I guess shove it back into the box then. Oh, I'm gonna do the next thing I think I'm going to want to work on is organization of stuff. I got a feeling that might be somewhat important. I mean, not that important, of course. Like, why would that be important for this entire endeavor? Really? But yeah. Okay, fine. I'll do it. All right. Oh, I got to keep my leaves here. Yeah. Yeah. I got to keep the wood here. No. Okay. Oh, what else we got? What else we got? I mean, I'm just... Okay, so either I need like 1,500 of these or the pod back. I mean, what do I need to do to create the special, awesome, whatever? Not that much. Coupons. Yeah, I mean, I can do all that right now if I really wanted to. It doesn't feel like I need a sink for resources just yet. I'll say it. I don't think that is going to be relevant. Oh, cool, poggers. I don't know what that was. Ooh. Oh, great.
More hard drives will provide
I was wondering what that was going to be.
recipes.
All right, cool. All right, so once again, salvage, though, is a frightening sort of thing to me. Because what? A hard drive fixed doesn't say exactly what it does. But I can go in and I do have the MAME. The MAME. It'll be able to... Yeah. Throw all that junk in there. All right, it's pretty close, but not quite. I guess let's go see what that is, then. It's not like I need the landing pads right now, anyway. But yes, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I can run any sort of arcade game that you want. Okay, there. The dumb thing that I was going to say as a reference. I just wanted to make an illusion for no reason. Has been completed. Whee! Parkouring around on the big old factory. It's like at least decently. Yeah, can be. I mean, obviously, it was because I kind of screwed it up at the last step by inverting the calculations, which is pretty bad. That's pretty bad. But, that, you know, whatever. Shove the thing in here. Hard drive. Scan it. Oh, it takes 10 minutes? Oh, why is everything so long? Look at it. It's going. Ah, jeez. That said, like, alternate. That is interesting. Well, anyway, what else? What else am I doing? I guess I could just shove all the junk in there that I need. If and I so wanted to. Maybe I do. I mean, there's also, like, copper. I'm gonna have to go find more copper nodes. Obviously, iron nodes. If a single iron node can build that entire factory over there, and it did, and it's, you know, working for me like that. It's like I'm sure I can probably go and, you know, create something even more important. You know what? I'm just gonna. Okay. You know what? I'm just gonna cut back when I get the actual, like, stuff required to get the next, get the stupid space elevator, because I just gotta wait here just a slight little bit longer. Well, this is a pretty important building. I should probably really think about where exactly. No, I'm already putting down here. Okay, let's go. Wow. Neat. So. What a frightening thing I've created. Oh. Oh, okay. I guess they were ready for me. All right then, neat. Is that also dressed up like a snowflake because the thing, whatever. Anyway. So, what do we got going on here? Ah, I see. So, getting 50 of these will be, I guess, the next thing. Which should be fairly simple to do, all things considered. Kind of, kind of know what I'm doing. The space elevator. All right, cool. But I think I'm going to leave that for next time because I got a lot of stuff to clean up and kind of organize at least somewhat better around here. Oh, wow. I'm so bad at this game. It's kind of amazing.